Peace, everybody. Welcome to Capital Combat. The name says it all. I'm Hakeem Branch, and today I'm going to be previewing UFC 245 going down in Vegas this Saturday. Now, this card has 3 title fights that are all very intriguing matchups, and I'm going to break those down. So we got Max Holloway versus Alexander Volkanovski. We've got Germaine de Randamie challenging Amanda Nunes for the 135-pound title. Then we have Kamaru Usman and Colby Covington fighting for the welterweight title. Like I said, all 3 of those are very good fights. And I'm going to start with the women's fight because I think that's the first title fight up, and then work my way up to the main event. So, in de Randamie, we have a very, very accomplished kickboxer out of the Netherlands, of course, who is fighting Amanda Nunes for the second time. Their first fight was about 6 years ago. So if you think about the amount of improvement that both ladies have gone through in that time, it's immense. So we have Nunes, who's primarily known as a striker, but has a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt, can take her opponents down if she wants to. And that was the difference in their first fight. This one, I believe, is going to stay on the feet. But Nunes has improved drastically in her striking as well, as you see her knocking every woman slam out over the last few years. She just knocked out Holly Holm with a head kick. Who saw that coming? Blitzed Chris Cyborg in under a minute. Who saw that coming? She used her stand-up to absolutely annihilate Ronda Rousey. We kind of saw that one coming. Same thing with Miesha Tate. Didn't really see that one coming, but she beat her up, got her to the ground, and submitted her. She has been dominating stalwarts of female MMA for the better part of the last 3 to 5 years. So, in de Randamie, she has another very accomplished striker, because Holly Holm, very accomplished striker. Chris Cyborg, very accomplished striker. De Randamie comes in as an undefeated kickboxer who has transitioned into MMA over the last, I would say, 8 years or so. Now, it would be very simple to say, Amanda Nunes, take her down, ground and pound, or submit her. And she has that in her back pocket. It's still there. But like I said, I think this one's going to stay on the feet. And I think Amanda Nunes' power and her just newfound variety of strikes is going to overpower de Randamie. And we're going to get a very competitive fight that Nunes wins every round, but is very competitive. So let's go into that second title fight for the 145-pound title between Volkanovski and Max Holloway. So in this one, you got Holloway, who has been on a tear. Volkanovski, who's also been on a tear. He beat Jose Aldo by decision. He's beat the crap out of Chad Mendes. I think he retired after that fight. This guy's been pretty much slowly climbing the ranks, making his stamp, and now he's got his title shot. And Holloway pretty much did the same thing since his loss to Conor McGregor. He's been on a tear. His only loss was to Dustin Poirier at 155. So, with that being said, we've got a guy in Holloway who has loads of height advantage, tremendous cardio. He's as well-rounded as you get. Volkanovski is pretty much a come forward, beat you up type of guy. This kind of plays right into what Max Holloway wants. Max Holloway wants somebody that's going to come towards him and be open for those huge volleys of punches. And his takedown defense is excellent. So it's going to be a war of attrition to where he's going to, get the advantage on the feet, Volkanovski is going to try to get those takedowns, probably be unsuccessful, and end up on the wrong side of a 5-round decision. I don't know if he'll get stopped. He seems like he has a very good chin, and Holloway isn't one of those one-punch type of guys, but as we saw versus Brian Ortega and Jose Aldo both times, that volume can wear you down and out and end up getting the fight stopped. So if it does, it'll probably be because of the large volume of punches, but I do see Holloway taking this via decision. So let's go into that main event. This is the one that has the most questions because we got two very similar guys who employ their styles a bit differently. So we got two wrestlers in Covington and Usman. Covington, a D1 ranked like top 10 wrestler versus a D2 champ in Usman. Both guys have phenomenal wrestling, excellent takedowns, and they like to mix it up with their punches to accentuate their wrestling style. However, Colby is more of a swarmer, whereas Usman is more of a power wrestler. He's going to get those huge takedowns. He's going to throw you down to the mat. He's going to hit you a lot harder than Colby Covington, who is just trying to keep you guessing the entire time. It's always this mental jump rope to where you're like, okay, what's going on? What's going on? What's going on? His punches are going at a speed that aren't trying to hurt you, but just disguise when he's going to go for his takedown. Same thing for his kicks. And then when he goes for that takedown, he's doing different things to make you forget that he's trying to take you down. Then all of a sudden you're on the mat trying to get up. You give up your back, and he's still hitting you. He's still swarming you. He's trying to put you back down. And if you make a mistake, he can get you with the rear naked choke. Kamaru likes to go for that arm triangle. He tried it against Woodley. He did it against Hyder Hassan. He did it against, I can't think of the guys. I think it was Emil Meck. He tried it. He didn't get it on him, but he did attempt it. Either way, we have two guys that are doing the same thing, just going about it very differently. Both guys have tremendous cardio to be able to employ this style, so you don't see either one getting tired. We saw Usman absolutely dominate Tyron Woodley, something we haven't seen since maybe Roy McDonald, and that was several years ago. And Colby has been pretty much whitewashing guys, like his recent win against Robbie Lawler, where he threw more strikes than anybody had in the octagon at that division. And it was mind-numbing how many punches he threw against someone who's known to have a huge punch. So you got to give him credit for that. So how do I see this fight playing out? It's basically going to be a question of whose cardio gives out first. Both guys are going to be aiming for lots and lots of takedowns, so you're going to get a lot of scrambles, a lot of work against the cage, and two, someone who's not as well versed in wrestling may see this fight as boring because both guys are going to be trying to get those takedowns and they're not going to give ground to the other guy. However, I think because of Kamaru's explosion and power, he's going to have less opportunities than Colby to really assert himself in this fight. And that's because Colby goes nonstop. And with the antics that he plays, a lot of people don't like him. And, rightfully so. That's their opinion to which they're entitled. Also, we know it's an act. We know, from people inside the industry from seeing him in certain things. We know that's not how he is in real life. He has created this character to keep himself interesting, and it's partly working. So a lot of people are going to be very upset to see him win this fight. And unfortunately, I think he is as well. He's going to squeak by in those last couple rounds, just barely, like off of like one takedown each round. Like those first 2 to 3 rounds are going to be a wash. You're going to be like, I don't know who, Kamaru might land a good punch every now and then that may steal those rounds. And then later on, because Colby is just still going, he's going to get those extra takedowns that will negate the power takedowns that Kamaru may get. So I'm going with Colby by decision. I'm going that each of these fights go to decision, with the main event being the one least likely to be stopped. I could see Max Holloway stopping Volkanovski. I can really see Nunes stopping Durandamy. But this one, I believe, is going to go the distance. And it's going to go Colby Covington's way, which means we're going to hear more of that terrible antics that he has. Like I said, we want him to not do it, but he's doing it. It got him this far because the rumor is he was going to get cut by the UFC until he started doing these antics, and now he's in a title fight. So apparently, in this age, it works. So let me know what you guys think. Hit me up in the comment section below. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button so you can get the recap after we're done watching those fights. Stay tuned for all of our other videos. Follow us on social media, and we'll see you in the next video. Till then, fight on.
This is round 1, and you've already lost. They don't seem to see that everything we've done is coming and cost. My fists are on fire. I perform till I perspire. My demons are in a rage. Keep thinking that it's a game. I kick crime, hurricane. I told them I don't play. I'm liquid.
Black Street Fighter.